Hi guys, it's Catherine and Kevanie, your DIY chicks here.
Hello.
We're doing another succulent video today. We're going to show some centerpieces done with succulents, so we're really excited about it.
Yeah, we got this wooden piece here. This is a new product we just got in the nursery, and you can kind of see this is the front of it. It has this cute little door. Other things you can put in here other than succulents are, I've seen people put orchids in here and kind of put some arrangements. Today we're going to pick a few succulents. We're going to put some moss around it. This one we're not actually going to plant up. We're going to stage it. So this will be good if somebody's having a party or if they want to do something quick that they don't want to maintain. They can kind of take it down and put other spots. So this is kind of like a staging centerpiece.
Yes, exactly.
Over here, what we're going to do next is a birdcage one, and this one we're actually going to plant up. So we'll do this one first, and then we'll show you how we're going to plant that one up.
Yeah. So. And one reason we're not going to plant this one up is because it's not, I mean, as you can see, it's not very like water friendly. So if you do plant it up, it's a little bit harder to get in there and water your plants once it's actually planted up.
Yeah.
So
it has that wood at the bottom, so that can tend to rot if you watering these guys on a regular basis. So
yeah, so I'm going to turn it back this way so that we can actually reach in here and plant it up. But what we're going to start with is some moss to cover up the edges, because obviously if you're just putting these in here like this, you're going to be able to see the pots, and we want it to look, you know, pretty natural and everything. So we're going to try and you don't. I mean, it's not very cute. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with some of the green moss. I really like this. This is some preserved moss we have here. So we've got a bunch of different fun colors and textures. And so what I'm going to do is just kind of stick this up here along the edge of the glass and pick my succulent. I think this one's going to be my first one. Yeah.
And for anybody who's wondering where we got the moss from, this is a company that we ordered from. It's called Super Moss. Do they have a bag over there?
Yep, we sure do.
So if you go to supermoss.com, they have all kind of moss, all kind of different things you can do with it. They have this mixed bag that we had. It had purple and this white moss here. They have blue moss. Oh my god, so many colors. Turquoise, any color you can imagine they have over there. So we love getting moss from this company.
You just get to use your creativity and pick what colors best suit you,
or it's not live moss, so they don't have to water it or anything like
once
that.
it's in there, you're good, and you don't have to worry about it. So it's really nice. And so I'm just moving right along here. I like this tall one kind of in the middle, because I think since this is a very symmetrical box, I kind of like it to where it's a little bit more symmetrical. So I'm doing this tall one in the middle here, and I'm just going to go around the sides right now with the moss, so you'll probably still be able to see a little bit of the pots on the top, but we'll go back in and kind of fill in the cracks with some more moss. So I really like this purple, so I'm going to use some of this over here.
I want to put that purple on my nails.
I think it's just
that'd be a good nail color.
It would be a good nail color. I'm sure it already is a nail color.
Yeah. I'm sure we have it somewhere.
Yeah, exactly. Actually, what I was going to show them is that you can do different heights on here as well. So I grabbed a couple little rocks right here, and I'm going to put them down in here to kind of vary the heights of my succulents, so they're not just all sitting at one height. And so this makes this guy a little bit taller to where you can see him. So
she's basically just setting them literally right on top of those
rocks. Down in the rocks right down in the bottom, and then the pot right on top. So you might have to kind of play around with it depending on what rocks you have, because some of them aren't just completely flat like that. Let's see. Let's use some more green. Can you have me some white and green actually? We'll mix in some different colors here and kind of play around.
Mix it the natural it looks. We just love that. We love the natural look around here, so we try to give it a really wild look to it.
And then if you hand me that big, or actually hand me that succulent, I'm going to lean this guy, and I'll show you guys as soon as we're done here, but I'm going to put this guy kind of on the side this way, because he's really pretty. I don't want him to just be sitting like this. I want him to be facing out to where on the table you really see him just looking at you.
Color and everything.
Exactly. So I'm just going to balance him down in here.
She's just kind of tilting it right on top of those rocks.
And I'll show you this one too as soon as we turn it around for you.
And you can play with the rocks as many times as you need to get it in that right position. Sometimes it takes a few times for it to stay. You get a bigger rock, just kind of wedge it in there. Yeah,
sometimes you have to play around a lot to get it perfect, so that's all right.
And this is a fun, creative project, so it's not anything you want to rush or anything like that.
Okay, so that guy's in there.
Oh, it's pretty.
Yeah, and then let's see. Let's do. let's do some of, and you can always come around, or for me, I can come around, look on this side, see how we're doing. So I've got the green, the lime green, or chartreuse or whatever, and the purple. Let's use some of that. Yeah, that looks like fun.
It's kind of a more of a flat sheet rock. Oh, excuse me, moss. These things are really sticky, so just watch yourself when you're around them. They will bite.
Yeah, this is really great. You can see how flat it is. It's really helpful for like when we're filling in these little edges and stuff to just go right on top. Really easy to use. So we really like this one, but I am going to use this right here on the side.
And if you're into fairy gardening, which we haven't done a video on yet, when I was really big into do fairy gardens, I used to use this for hills and little
on
flat
everything.
grass, like make it look like a yard. So that's perfect for fairy gardening as well.
Yeah, and I think actually I had pulled out an extra succulent, but I think I'm happy just with this. So let me turn it around so you can see it from this side. Actually, let's see here. Or maybe, what do you think? Should I wedge in another one, or should I just leave it as is?
I think you should wedge in another one.
Okay.
Make it full.
So we've got one more here. We'll just wedge it in, and I'll show you from this side in a second so you can see how it's looking. And this
Especially
guy
if
can
it's for
sit.
a party, I think the fuller the better. You get that instant gratification look.
Yeah, it's true.
Unlike if you're planting it, you want to give it a tiny bit of room to grow in a little bit.
All right, so everything's in there right now. I haven't finished doing this side, but as you can see, I have this one balanced to where it's facing out from you, and I also have this guy who's also shorter, hoisted up a little. He doesn't actually have a rock under him. He's just balancing on this guy, but he's pretty well wedged in there. And now what I'm going to do is just fill in all the crevices with moss and fill the front with moss, and then we'll go from there, and you'll be able to see what it looks like. So
this is the time you can go crazy with
yeah.
the moss, right?
Yep, just have fun with
Yeah.
it. I actually have this ghetto stick that I'm going to use to push the moss into the little crevices. We have tools that you can use,
Normally,
but
yeah.
we're all out of them right now, so I just have a stick which works just as well. So like for instance, if I'm taking this one and I want to kind of put it right down in here, I can just to where my fingers aren't quite long enough, stick him in there.
With terrarium tools, they have like little long tweezers and pokey sticks. You can use a spoon,
Yes.
a knife,
All kinds of
anything at home,
things.
anything long and skinny. You can pretty much use if you don't want to spend money on getting the tools.
Or a stick works too.
Yes. But I will say the tools are
The tools are
really
very,
good
very
investment,
helpful.
especially when it comes to those long jars.
Oh yes.
Oh, those are so hard to plant out if you don't have them.
Well, the tweezers are great for that for sure. So I'm just going in and kind of putting moss wherever I see it. I'm just grabbing moss as we go. I love having all these options because it makes it a little bit more fun, I think.
Yeah.
There's like a stringy
Like
one
we
right
said,
here.
the super moss, they have a variety pack where it has 5 or 6 different kinds of moss in one pack. So you don't have to choose just one.
Yeah.
That one's cool. That one kind of looks like another plant.
I
that's in
know,
there.
just kind of swirling around. Ooh, but he is a little stringy like spaghetti, so he's kind of getting everywhere, but that's all right. Alrighty. And this guy's kind of out a little far, so I might have to
Wrap that guy
wrap
around.
this guy with some of this sheet moss.
Yeah.
There we go.
Stuff them in there.
Yep. Stuff them on in.
Dark moss. Wanna
Yeah,
put
pass
some
me
on
some of
top?
that. Pass me some of that moss.
There's some white moss. I don't know if you have any white
I have
moss
a
in
little
there
bit, but
yet.
I could use a little more because I do like the white moss a lot. It's very pretty.
And we're in Northeast Florida, if you guys don't know, and we are outside, out here in the middle of the summer. It is our rainy season, so it just got done raining, so
And
all
it
the
is-
bugs right now are out.
And it is muggy too.
very
Let me tell
muggy.
you. If you can't tell from us sweating up
We
here,
have our water.
it is
ready
muggy.
To go. We have the bugs down here, the yellow flies,
Mm-hmm.
and they love the shaded area, and they will swarm you and bite you. They are not fun to be around.
no.
So wear bug spray if you're going to do this outside.
Yeah. All right, and just kind of finishing up. Yeah, what color? And I need another.
Green.
Ooh, I haven't used it. I have only like one little
Yeah.
piece of that. So one here, one down in here, one covering up this little guy. Actually, I am going to shove a little bit of moss under him to kind of keep him stable in there.
But if you need to, since this is a temporary thing, just for, you know, a night of people coming over, or, you know, the weekend, you can stuff those guys literally in between those crevices so they kind of stay down in between the cracks and don't fall out.
Yeah, how's that look?
That is awesome.
All right, let's see. I just like to look from all angles to see if I missed anything, to see if you can see any parts of the little pots. And so that looks good. I think we're just about good. And I'll turn it around for you guys to see from this side. But the nice things about these is that you kind of want it to be a all 360 view. So from that side it looks great, from this side it looks great, all the sides. So we kind of just try and play with that. But I will show you from this side how it looks, like this. And the fun thing about this is you can kind of play around with it. You can leave the door cracked. You can leave it all the way open, or you could even shut it all the way. I kind of have that one hanging out, so I'm not going to do that. And actually, you see one little part of a pot showing right here.
Right there in the back.
So I'm going to come in.
This is where you need the poker and the long tool.
Yes. To kind of just come in wherever you see a little bit poking out. And then, yeah, so that's it.
That's that guy. And he looks good from all angles, the front, side, back.
Yeah.
I love down here because it has all the colors.
Yeah, all the colors coming around, which I love. So, and if you don't like all the colors, you can just use green. You can use different textures of the green. It's really up to you.
Even if you have a solid color, you could, if you wanted to use a solid color, you can do that. You have all the different colors from all the succulents that you picked out. So either way, you really can't go wrong when it comes to this stuff. Super, super easy.
The nice thing about this, though, is you can just, it comes apart super easy. You just grab them out, take them out, water them if you need to. If you're keeping it on your table for months or something, you know, when you need to water them, you just grab them out, and then you get to redo it and just kind of have fun with it again.
That's the fun thing about it. You can kind of recreate the whole thing.
Exactly. You'd be creative all over again.
Yep. All right, guys. So the next thing we have is a bird cage that we're going to do. This one is actually a wall bird cage or wall art kind of thing. You kind of stick it back on the wall. It has the little hooks on the side, but we're going to pretend like it's a full 360 bird cage. So what we did in the beginning was we grabbed a piece of cocoa liner, and this you can find in any kind of hanging basket kind of thing. Sometimes the store sells the hanging basket liner by itself. You can buy some of that. I did have to cut it and makeshift it a little bit to kind of fit in this bird cage. Normally what you would do is the regular bird cage, the top comes off, and then you can just plop it down in there. Since our back is exposed, I wanted all that access off, so that way when it's up against the wall, it kind of sits up flat without the soil
falling out
and everything. The soil doesn't fall out. Yeah. So the first thing I'm going to do, since we are doing the succulents, I'm going to add our rock. This acts as a drainage, and you want to do this only because these guys don't like a lot of water, so this will suck up all that excess water. And you want just a small layer. Get every last little rock. And the next thing I have is my soil. If you guys don't know, I don't have on my gloves today. I'm really kind of regretting it because, like she knows, I don't like getting dirt underneath my nails. But if you don't already have a pair of mud gloves, we talk about it every video that we do. Please go out and get a pair.
They're awesome. They're very durable. And you can. They're not like awkward to where you can't touch things or feel exactly.
Feel everything. So I have my thing. I'm actually going to take some of this out because I'm going to put some in there. There we go. Just a little bit. I probably could have put a thinner layer of rock in there, but that's okay. Alright, so what I'm going to do, I think I'm going to do this succulent first. I'm going to take him right on out. I'm actually going to dust off some of the soil, kind of loosen up these roots a little bit. It is kind of tall, it has a lot of soil on there. Yeah, I'm going to stick him right here.
Oh yeah, that would be pretty.
Yeah, I'm going to stick him right on the side, right in the back. Which one should I do next? This guy?
Yeah, get the big ones in first.
Next. He's purple, so he has a lot of color and texture. Dust some of that off. This one's a little drier than the other one. Looks like it hasn't been watered. I'm going to put him, what do you think, right there?
Yeah, maybe up front is good.
And I'm actually having him to where he's sticking out on the side, kind of gives it a cool little effect, and he'll kind of grow out of the bird cage. These bugs are attacking me down here. Alright, I'm gonna
You want to do these guys actually? Because
Yeah.
if you're doing the front, you might want to.
So these guys we actually cut off of another plant, which are super easy to do. So if you have a big, like a trailing succulent or some kind of plant already, you can go ahead and cut these guys off. And what we're doing is kind of exposing the bottom so it can kind of recreate a new growth system or roots. And all these little extra pieces, you can actually stick these in the soil and they'll recreate a whole new plant. So we're just exposing these. And I'm actually going to go from the inside here. What do you think, this side over here?
Yeah, I think so. Maybe to the.
Any extra pieces that are kind of broken like this, you can take off. Stick them right in the dirt. There's a fly that just loves my legs. I'm going to put a little bit more soil over here because these guys, they're kind of, they don't have soil on them like the other plants do, and I need something to kind of hold them in its spot.
Yeah, that looks cool.
Yeah.
And if there's kind of standing out to the side like you kind of see this one doing, that's okay too, because eventually it will do more of that cascading look that we want it to do. So just give it a little bit of time, because usually when you cut them off the plant that's hanging, you're not going to get it to where it's automatically going to go straight down. It's going to have a little bit more of this,
Yeah,
you know,
it'll grow that
horizontal look and then go downwards. So
All right, just pat that soil down in there just to keep them in place. And if you need to wet the soil a little bit just to kind of make it a hard compact, that's perfectly fine too. So you can kind of see right here on the side. All right, I think I'm gonna do this one.
Yeah, that one's
next.
pretty.
I'm gonna put him like right there.
yeah, shove them in there.
Yeah. And I love instant gratification, so I'm gonna shove all these guys in here. But you guys can also leave a little bit of room
Yeah.
for them, and it will. A lot of these will grow and get bigger.
Yeah, especially a lot of these
These guys definitely.
Echeveria, I think
Yeah.
they're called. They get really big heads on them. We have one growing in a nursery that it's probably
it's
this
huge.
big.
Yeah,
I think
it's
the
so
flower
pretty.
itself.
And I think right now it has a little
flower
that's
coming off,
out of
yep,
it. And
yep.
you'll see with this particular
Right here.
plant. Oh yeah, there it is.
It's coming right
And then
here.
you'll see on the side as these guys get bigger, and I don't know if you can see it in the video, but they have like little babies
Yeah.
that grow underneath it, which are really, really cool. All right, which one should I
I
do?
think you should do the tall one right there.
Right in the middle?
Yep, I think
All
so.
right. And
Yeah.
he's prickly, so if you do want to wear gloves, if you have like cactus or anything like that, definitely wear gloves because sometimes they have invisible
Yeah, the
little
ones-
hairs
yes.
on it, and they feel like fiberglass is stuck in your hand,
Yeah,
and you don't
and
know
it's a
where
real
it's
pain
at.
to try and get that stuff
Yeah,
out.
You don't know where it's coming from or anything, so definitely wear gloves if you're dealing with cactus.
I like that one. It's cool looking.
He's a cool color, and these guys will fan out eventually, and they'll kind of come
Yeah,
all
you can
over.
kind of see the one
Yeah,
or
like the one over there.
one we used on the other side over there.
All right.
And I think you should use this green
The
one.
green
'cause-
one? Oh yeah, break up the little
Because
purple
you got
bug.
this green, but you have everything else is a little more colorful. So
I like this one.
me too. I like all of them. They're pretty.
We love all succulents.
Yeah, they all have their uniqueness to
Yeah.
them. So we have a lot of
Kinda
fun with
stuff
them.
them in the front.
Yeah,
No, we can add some in the back.
keep them in there.
There we go. Let's do this one.
Yeah.
I'm actually going to plant this one from that way because this one's a little bit more fragile. These things tend to fall off, and I don't want it to do that in the video. And I also want him to kind of hang down a little bit, so we'll put him along the side. He's already almost out this soil.
He's ready to go.
Oh yeah. Just like that. Yeah, I could probably add
I think
one
you
or
get
two
one.
more.
Yeah,
What do you think? This guy or this one?
I think that one. He's nice and
Yeah, he's short.
plump and short.
And I'm just digging a little hole. I don't want to mess with it too much because all these roots are kind of on top of each other. I'll stick him right in there.
Perfect.
There we go.
Yeah.
Pretty. And you can see I left a little bit of gaps in between each one so that way it kind of grows in.
Yeah, it has a little bit of
so-
room. Yep.
Perfect. And then once we put it on the wall, this will kind of mush up like that. perfect.
Yeah.
I like it.
Then
All right, let's add some moss. We'll move this
the
out the way.
moss.
All right, I think I'm going to stick with the greens just to show you the greens and the white, just to show you what just the solid colors will look like. And
Yeah.
not
Without
so
some of the
festive.
colorful
Yeah.
ones that we used on the other centerpiece over here.
Yeah, and I'm just stuffing these in the little cracks.
You need my stick?
Yeah, this guy keeps biting me.
He's pokey.
Yeah, the stick is perfect.
I'm telling you.
And make sure you're at a spot where you don't mind a little mess. We are messy. So.
There's definitely a lot of soil on the ground under
Yeah.
us and moss and all kinds of things. So. Should use some of this stringy stuff. I feel like.
I like that one.
'Cause it's cool.
Yeah, because it's cool.
Because it's cool. It's all cool, but you know.
Yeah. This one gives a little texture.
Yeah.
Put something in the front too. There's my stick. And with this guy, as far as watering, what would you say would be the good watering technique for this guy?
We like to let them dry out completely before you do any kind of watering to them. Succulents don't need a lot of water, so you're not going to have to do it all the time, but a good way to tell is just stick your finger kind of down in the soil about an inch or so and see if it's completely dry, and if it is, you can give it a little bit of water.
Yeah, and if your succulents are giving you a dramatic wilting look, that means you haven't watered it in a really long time, because succulents, they do not, they don't like a lot of water, so if they are suffering, that is a problem if they're wilting really bad. All right, guys. I think that's good. What do you think?
Yeah, I think so. And then what we can do also, because the back here, I'll show you, it's a little bit messy, but that's just because this is one that's going to be connected to the side. What we can do once it's on the wall, so it'll push everything up, we can just go ahead and add some more moss right in there, just to kind of finish it off.
Cover that up. And if you want, I don't know if this will tuck in a little
back
bit.
in,
You
yeah.
can kind of tuck it in on the sides.
Just to give it a little bit more.
Yeah. And there's nothing wrong with seeing a little bit of brown. That's kind of a natural color as well.
But it looks
So
good.
I'll go ahead and add some to the back. It look like a little bird nest.
Yeah. Bird nest for bird cage.
Yeah. There we go.
Cool.
And it'll kind of look just like that.
Yeah. You can turn that right back around.
Yeah.
And there we go. Looks really good.
Yeah.
I like
and,
it.
I'm gonna actually hang this one up inside of our garden center. So we'll do like a quick walkthrough, maybe a few weeks from now, just to show you how it's grown in. Just be gentle with these guys in the beginning, especially these guys. They're gonna need time to grow the roots and everything like that.
Absolutely.
So give them some time to grow and get bigger, and it's gonna look great in a few months. And this guy, you can just change out anytime you want. If you want to move these guys to a patio or anything at any time, feel free to do it.
If you feel like you want to just completely change it up.
Yeah.
Yep. Whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
So
let us know if you guys have any questions. Comment down below. Definitely subscribe to our video, our channel, should I say. We're on here every week. If Catherine's not with me, sometimes she gets crazy upstairs. I'll be here, but I'm trying to pull her so she can get a break. But yeah, definitely check us out and subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching, guys.
bye.
Bye.